Sometimes a little box jumps up on your screen. You have to click got it or okay or something, get it out of the way, and then find your seat. And again, we always start with this sort of laying out of it's like you start from the beginning of what we've got to work with here. And sitting is important because you can't really fall from sitting, whether it's on a cushion, on the ground, or in a chair. So it allows us to experience true softness and relaxation, which we can experience when we're lying down on the ground. And of course, there's really great floor exercises to do, whether it's yoga, Tai Chi, Feldenkrais, or other things. But getting that feeling of soft and relaxed and ease while vertical, while relating with gravity, it's really important. Chair opening chair exercises help us with that, and then we can carry that into our standing work. So, Zhong Zheng, central upright. Remember that pelvis tipped back is usually what is happening when we have bad posture. So, we want to roll it forward just a bit so that the spinal column shoots straight up through the crown. Chest a little bit lifted to get rid of any slouchiness in the back, chest a little bit up, and then the chin just slightly down because a lot of times the head is out here, that's with the chin up. So we're chin down, base of skull up, back of neck open. So after Zhong Zheng, central upright, Song, Song, soft, supple, pliable, relaxed. Breathing naturally improves when we have good posture and then we relax. A soft, supple body is a changeable, expandable body that can open and inflate and then close and deflate, right? So that rigidness blocks our ability to breathe. So we have to be soft. A soft, relaxed body is a more functional body. Continue that. Long, smooth inhale, long, smooth exhale. So, Zhong Zheng, central upright. Song, soft, supple, pliable. Then, Chun Wan and Ching Ling. Chun Wan, Ching Ling. That idea is let soft, sunken heaviness go where it's going to go, down. So allow the down through the body that occurs when you really relax. No need to hold. Let go. As the Chun Wan happens, what's left is Ching Ling, light and nimble. And so when we get up in a bit and we start doing all of our Tai Chi, we want to be using this quality of Ching Ling, this nimble lightness, to be moving rather than grabbing with tension and then forcing the body around sort of clumsily, right? Zhong Zheng, Song, Chun Wan, and Ching Ling. Body upright, soft, supple, and relaxed. Soft, sunken heaviness going down. Light and nimbleness and levity in the body. Breathing long, smooth, and full. Let's now add larger movements. Slide hands back, elbows back, shoulder blades back. Chest up, chin up, arching. And then the complementary moves. Slide your hands forward past your knees. Hollow the chest, drop the head, round the back. And again, inhaling as you slide hands, elbows, shoulder blades back. Get all the way to that full range. And then with the exhale, slide forward, hollow the chest, round back, drop. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. On this last one, as you go to your back bend, just settle to neutral. Relax. And into your twist. Left hand forward, right hand and elbow back. Turn your shoulders right, turn your head right. Twist. Back to center. Inhale. Exhale. Turn and twist. Inhale. Exhale. Turn and twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, turn and twist. Inhale, center. Turn and twist. Continue, couple more. And back to center. Hang the arms. Shift the weight to the right buttock. Side lean. Lift your left wrist, left foot. And then side lean. And side lean. 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 One more each way. Back to middle. Shoulder blades. Spread apart on your back, which brings the shoulders forward. Lift the shoulders and shoulder blades up. Squeeze them back towards each other, and then slide them down the back, and then neutral. Let them hang loose. Again, forward and up, back, down, neutral. Let them hang. Forward and up, back and down, neutral. Forward and up, back and down, neutral. Two more. Again, remember, as you get better at these, you work on making them seamless, fluid. And we reverse. In the beginning, though, we have to learn them a little bit boxy, right? A little back, up, forward, down, neutral. You got to make sure to hit each of those points. Back, up, forward, down, neutral. And then as you get better and better, you can hit those points, but then it's just fluid. So that each round leads us more and more to using our sung, our hydraulic liquid fluid system, rather than that tension, that sort of clumsy tension-based system. So we're polishing it out and getting looser and looser. Now hang, bring your feet together, knees together, tip forward from the hips, fang sung. Fang sung. So you know the word sung means soft and supple and pliable. Fang means lengthen. So backs of hands touch, lengthen into softness, right? Reaching forward without tension, go out, and then come around out to the side, tip back in the hips, circling around and in behind you. And then remember, neutral. Neutral. Just hanging loose. And then again, forward, backs of hands touch, fang sung, soften into length, all the way out and around, tip back in the hips, come around behind you a little bit, and then neutral. Important to note, there's all of this room out in front, right? All this room, and then there's a little bit of room back here, but not the same amount. Neutral. So we're really training to explore full range in front of the body and a little bit of range in the back of the body because the body's built that way. Now let's go forward. Bong song, soften and long, lift. And then all of this room. All of that room. And then just a little bit behind, right? You notice I'm not cranking my arms way behind, but they are behind. And they're still behind until they get all the way to here, and then neutral. Relax. Forward. Up. Now this big open. Get all that space. Turn your palms forward. Slide the arms down. Neutral. Forward and up. Big space. Down. Neutral. Now the full range. Forward, backs of hands touch. Keep them touching as you go all the way up. Keep them touching, and then open all that space. But same idea, the arms are only a little bit behind. So don't crank it and torque your joint. And neutral. Again, all of this space from low all the way up to the top. Remember, mark there, keep the hands together all the way up till you're here, and then peel apart. Down. Neutral. One more. Keep them together. Keep them together all the way, and then all the way. Same thing, but in reverse. Tip a little bit back, go back, out. Notice I didn't lift my hands up, but they are quite a bit away from the body. And then tip forward, all the way out in front, together, and then bring them to neutral. So a little bit back and out, and then all of that space in front. So we're reclaiming our space. Both the external space, but more important, the internal space between all the joints and tissue. Now open, lift, right? Feel this open quality through here, right? And then over top, closing in front, and then back to neutral. Open and lift, closing in front, back, open, lift. Reclaiming function, but it's got to be that liquid fluid quality. Now all the way up, over. All the way down. Back, open, lift. Over top. Down, hands together, hands together. Neutral. And neutral. Bend your elbows. Elbows flare out to the side, up. Down to the side, in. Down, out. In. Down, out, way up. Now, elbows back. Back. Down. Forward with the elbow. Hands go over the shoulder. Elbows up, up, possibly all the way up. Now, as the elbows go up, notice where my hands go. The hands go down, down the back, and then forward, down, back, down, forward, way up, forward, down, and back, down, forward, up, forward, and down. Now, elbows flare out to the side. We got left hand high, right hand low. Cross, wrap, around. Elbows straight out to the side. Inhale. And exhale. Wrap around. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale. Down. Arms in front. Turn your palms down, up, just from the forearms. Palms face up. Externally rotate, open, unfold. So again, I'm exaggerating a little bit, but this is unfolding. This is opening. So we want to create that, and then back to neutral. And then we want to go elbows out and around to the front, where we now hollow, fold, spiral in, back open. And then neutral. And then opening, unfolding. Like this, out. And then neutral. And then the elbows out and around, hollowing. So, Mark, look close here. So this joint, if I do one side, the elbow comes around quite a bit in front, but it's made possible by spiral in here. So elbows out and around to the front, and this has to change. You see my body, my back changing. Yeah, and then neutral, which is right in the middle. And then here, and the point is, we don't want to be stuck in any of these positions. People might think this is a preferable position to be stuck in because it's good posture, but it's still stuck. And we don't want to be stuck in this kind of shape either. This one is the one of sort of bad posture, right? But we're going into it so that we can come out of it and go into the other side. And then back. So the whole healthy vehicle state is that it can change and move through the range, right? And then stay here in the open position, step wider apart, legs length. Now this hand up, all the way over the rainbow, slight lean of the body, slight turn of the body, closing. Bring your left palm on top of your right palm. Then come up over the rainbow, down, up over, down, up over, middle, down. This is called top and bottom open. Top closes while bottom remains open. The top is the above diaphragm, the bottom is below diaphragm and hips. And one more. Now, middle, both arms up, over top, right wrist on top, drop the arms down, let them separate. Cross the wrist, lift them both up, open, unfold, arms out in this external rotation position. Up and over, cross the left wrist on top, down and release. Left wrist on top, open, unfold, and then up and over, right wrist on top, close, fold. Right wrist on top, open, unfold. Left wrist on top, close, fold. Left wrist, inhale, open, pause here. Bring legs back to hip distance, arms neutral, wrists up, circle through, point forward, turn palms up over top, circle through, turn palms up, over top, through, palms, over top, palm. Reverse, underneath, scoop towards, pointing towards your own body, over top, lay your palms out, turn the palms face down, drop, come under, over, turn palms, under, over, turn palms, circle, 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 circle. Palms up, facing forward, spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, gather, spread, tiger claw to a fist, open completely. Claw to a fist, open. Claw to a fist, open, fist. Bird beak, thumb touch pinky, other three fingers touch, bend the wrist down. Release the fingers, bend back, open. All fingers touch, down. Release, bend back. All five together, down. Release, bend back. Monkey paw, pinky ring middle. So you make this shape. Pinch like two chopsticks. Down. Release. Pinky first, followed by the ring, followed by the middle. They go to the palm. So look what I'm doing here specifically. We're not doing this one anymore. We're going to the palm, and then these come together. Down, back, down, back, down, back, down, back. Scoot back on your chair a little bit. Make sure you're feeling stable in the chair. Right knee lift. Bring the knee up and in with a flexed foot, and then push. Reload, down, switch. Load, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, switch, load, push, load, down, switch again. And down. Right foot, right leg extend, right foot point flex. About 4 or 5 times, nice and thorough. And then tip the foot in. Tilt it, inversion, eversion. Tilt, 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 and then that all works together for a circle. Tilt in, point, tilt out, flex. In, point, out, flex, circle. 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 Reverse, circle. 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 And switch feet, extend the left, point, flex. Tilt a little in, tilt out, in, out. Circle, in, around, and out. Reverse, circle, out, around, and in. And down. Scoot to the front edge of your chair. Legs totally together, touching. Your right leg first. Lift the toes. Externally rotate. So you're turned toe and knee out. Leave the toe where it is. Go heel out, knee in. And then toe and knee out, turning from this hip. And then heel out, knee in, still turning internally from this hip. And then toe and knee out. In, heel in, knee out. Toe and knee in, heel in, knee out, and together. Again, same leg, maybe a little smoother. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. One more time, same leg. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Other leg. Toe and knee out. 1. Heel out, knee in. 2. Toe and knee out. 3. Heel out, knee in. 4. Toe and knee out. 5. Walk it in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Together. Out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold and then in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Close. Once more. 1, 2, 3, 4. Open. 1, 2, 4. Close. Both legs, toes and knees out. 1. Heels out, knees in. 2. Toes and knees out. 3. Toes and knees in. 1. Heels in, knees out. 2. Toes and knees in. 3. And again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Feet hip distance. Sit up tall. Hands are on the knees. Turn the fingers in. The elbows go out and around as much as you can. Forward fold. Sit up tall. Arms go to neutral. Lean back from the hips. And then again. Inhaling on the way up. Exhaling on the way down. Same thing except with a wider foot position, wider leg position. Dragon takes a bow. Sitting up, leaning back. Sitting up, folding forward. Sitting up, leaning back. Again. And the dragon stirs the sea from leaning back, tip right, fold down, turn those fingers in, elbows out, drop inside of the elbows, sweep across, and then come up the left side, arms turn neutral. So each time there's this spiral of the arms, and then the reverse spiral of the arms, and then this spiral of the arm. Go the other way. Spiral of the arms in as you drop through and back. And neutral. Feet hip distance, hang the arms loose, float the wings out, turn the palms up, reach up, look up, right hand higher, left hand higher, right and left, right, left, right, left, and then both reach, wings, down, loose. We're going to do head and neck exercises from standing, actually, today. So, arms loose, slide your feet back, hip hinge, forward a little, and let's stand all the way tall. And remember, when sitting down, the first thing that happens is the hips, not any knee bending. Once we've achieved this, then all you do is fold from here. That bends the knees naturally, and we sink down. So just learning how to operate your vehicle correctly allows you to do far more with far less. So it's addition by subtraction in that we're getting rid of all the extra, not really helpful habits, but it's also addition by addition, meaning you're adding the precise right thing to do, which is hips and sink. Okay? That's what allows for speed. So if you had to stand up and sit down fast, you should be able to do it without feeling like you're rushing, without even feeling like you're hurrying. It's just hip hinge and then it's sink. And then it's just hip hinge and rise. Eventually, Tai Chi, it should be fast, but soft. Now, squatting. So don't sit in your chair, but do exactly the same thing, but then add the idea that you're trying to touch your ankles, your feet, the floor, get a pen off the floor, and then come all the way up. And then add to that this hips forward, arms loose. And then hips middle, hips back, sink. And then rise and hips forward. Up, forward, and middle. Now a couple of Qigong exercises that we're adding. So from your middle, change your weight more to your right leg, soften the right leg so that you feel your left leg empty, and then change down through the left leg. So this change and change. That's happening below the waist. We work on that and other things in the Monday class, as many of you know. But now what we add is from this same idea. When you go down through your left leg, reach your left hand fang song, like you're trying to touch something below, and this hand empty like it's got a puppet string on it, and it's floating up. Now we want to eventually smoothly, without rushing, but simultaneously change so that we're in the exact opposite of this. So from your middle, change the weight down through your right leg, right arm fang sung down, left wrist floating up. And then we change again. It's called left, right, yin yang. Change again. The emphasis needs to be on the down, the softening, the releasing, the lengthening down. Then the up is sort of like a byproduct of what's happening. Rather than what often happens when people see this is they stiffen up and then they try to pull like this. So see how that's different than relaxing. And then relaxing. So I like to say it's a passive achievement. A passive achievement, not something you do in the traditional sense, but this releasing, and then you kind of get a little bit behind the releasing and you make more out of it. You go, oh, a little longer, a little longer. Loose. Loose. And now back to neutral. So we're going to start with one arm on each of these. So with your right arm, take it a little bit behind you and then come up this specific path like you're trying to tickle your own armpit, and then extend it all the way straight ahead of you. Straight ahead, all the way out through the fingertip, and then stay fang song long all the way down, a little bit behind you. And again, I know some of you have some shoulder injuries, so this thing could happen right here. Let's just say that was what was appropriate for you, just to get this, so almost like a little choo-choo train thing going, right? This wheel, but the potential for it is all the way up through there, like you're tickling the armpit, and way out there and down. So find what's appropriate for your limb, but this movement. Right? So that's the forward wheel. Let's do the other. Go a little bit behind, up, like you're going to tickle your armpit, forward like an octopus tentacle, fully extended, right? See how it's fully extended, and then stay long all the way. A lot of times what people do is right about here, they start bending and pulling. So really see how I'm staying long. And then up that back path, tickle the armpit, way out, and then long. Up. Now, as you take your left arm forward, bring your right hand a little behind you. So it's forward and back. And then as your left hand goes down, your right hand comes up, tickle the armpit. And then as the right arm goes forward, the left arm finishes going back. And then as your right arm goes down, left arm comes up. Now put your weight in your right leg. And then left arm forward, right hand a little back behind you. And then as your left hand starts going down, weight into your left leg, right hand coming up. And then right hand forward, left hand a little bit back. And then as your right arm is going down, put the weight in the right leg, left hand coming up, tickle the armpit. Left hand forward, right hand back, and then change the weight to your left leg as the right hand comes up, left hand down. Change. Change. So eventually this movement, like all the others, can have this leisurely quality. That's called left-right wheel. We also do a backwards wheel, but we won't do that today because you have to first get comfortable with this feeling of basically walking in place, and wheeling, and then the backwards wheel becomes possible. Now, left-right pressing palm. So you have a high hand, make it your right hand, flatten the palm and press. And then relax the palm and rise. Flatten the palm, and as you press your right hand down, float your left hand up in a relaxed situation. Now relax your bottom hand, flatten your top hand, press, and rise with the other. Now relax the bottom hand, flatten the top hand, press. As you press the right hand down, put the weight in the right leg, and empty the left leg, float the left hand up. Now flatten that top hand, relax the bottom hand. Now we're ready to go. Press, rise. Whichever hand is on its way down, that's the leg you go into. Flatten your top hand, relax your bottom hand, press, and rise. Flatten the top, relax the bottom, press, rise, press, rise. Remember, from the middle, changing full empty, and then full empty, full empty. And the emphasis is down. That's what makes this possible. Down, down, down. Now, last one. Top hand up, roll it over. It's called falling leaf. Let that hand fall, and then internally rotate it, bring it up. Turn the whole arm over so the back of the hand is ready, and then fall all the way down, and then internally rotate, bring it up. Turn it over, let it fall. Turn it internal, bring it up. Fall. Now, other hand, turn it in, bring it up, roll it over, falling leaf. Bring it up, falling leaf. Internally rotate, bring it up. Turn the whole limb over, let it fall all the way, totally relaxed. Now, as you turn your top arm over, getting it ready, turn your bottom arm in a little bit. As the top hand falls, the low hand rises. Then as you turn this top arm over, getting it ready, turn the bottom arm in, fall and rise. Now the arm that's falling, that's the leg you want to be in, right? And then turn the top arm over, bottom arm turns in a little, fall and rise. The way to organize this, there's just two things that happen. So from here, first thing is preparing. This turns over, this turns in, and then we're ready, fall and rise. Then this thing happens here, getting ready, and then fall and rise. That's the second thing to happen. They turn over, fall and rise. Fall and rise. Fall and rise. Fall, rise. And release. Shogun. Cross. Head and neck exercises. We're going to do a full battery of them today to learn them. So chin down, neck down. Then neck, back, head back. Chin down, head down, followed by the neck. And then neck, back, head back. Chin down, head down, neck down. Neck back, head back. One more. So again, we're trying to break through the imprisonment. There's a joint and tissue prison that's happening to us. And then also there's the brain and nerve prison that's happening to us. And we're trying to break through that, break out, right? So that's one direction. Now rotation, turn to the right, back to the middle and turn to the left. Back to the middle and turn. middle and turn left. Middle and turn right. Middle, turn left. Middle and right. Middle and left. Back to the middle. Now the next movement is a compound of those first two. So just watch me one time. I start by looking up. Now I'm turning to the right, or to my left, but your right, and looking down. And then I come back up that same side, turn looking over the top and down. Looking up, turn, and then down to that side. Come back up the same side and turn and look down. Look up the same side, up and over, turn and look down. 3 more. Up and over the rainbow, turn. Up and over the rainbow, turn. Up over, turn. Up over, turn. Now under, we look down in front, over to one side, and then up into the sky on that side. And then come back down that same side, under, over to the other side, and look up. Down that side, underneath, over to the other side, up. So it's like a U shape or an upside down rainbow. We're going down the rainbow, up to the end of it, and then down under, up. Couple more. Very important part of balance and movement is to not have the neck and head be glued together. So we're liberating head and neck here. Now bring your head back to level and just turn, 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 back to middle. Now, important, chin forward. Let this movement of your chin forward slightly start to round your back. So you see this is bad posture. This is one that I often see when I'm working with people is this, right? And then draw the face back. Notice how that corrects the posture by moving the head back, and then go even further back, which again is a shape the body's built to make, but we wouldn't want to be stuck here. And we never go here accidentally, really. Middle. We go here accidentally all the time. But here, way back, we never go. So we got to break through that way to be able to find middle. Let's do 2 more. Now this is part of a really fun one we're going to do called the swimming dragon. There's a few swimming dragon movements that rely on our ability to lead from the head and let the spine follow. So you got to be soft. You got to be relaxed. Now find middle. Before we swim dragon, we got to do the spirals. Before we do the spirals, we side tilt. So lean the head to the right, back to middle, lean the head left, back to middle. So break through the prison that exists, again, in the tissue and the joints. But even when we break through tissue and joints, it still can exist just in the brain and nervous system, forgetting that, oh yeah, that's a movement. That's a direction I'm supposed to be able to go. Now back to middle. Now another compound movement that takes the side to side and the back and forward, and those two together make for the spiral, the circle. So start by going to your right a little bit, chin up, the head goes back. Then go to the left side a little bit, chin down, head comes forward. Right and back, left and forward, right and back, left and forward, rolling. Let the size of that circle grow naturally. Let the spirals ripple through your body, right? Notice how if you relax, then there's all these little turns and rotations that go through the shoulders and spine and even down into the hips and feet if you allow it. Last one. All the way around and hang your head in front. So that's how we finish. We want to finish with the head down, relax, and then float the head straight up. And we go in the other direction. Tip the head left, back, right, forward, left and back, right and forward. Find the roll. And any of that little crinkle, crunchy sound, remember that's 99 out of 100 times, that's good. Even though it sounds crunchy, it's the tissue that's gotten so bound up, loosening. That density that holds us together in a good way, but if left unremedied, becomes a prison. A few more. So, this freedom for movement inside of your liquid body, for all this change to be occurring. And then let's go ahead back to neutral. Now, the swimming dragon, 3 exercises. Forward and back. You remember that movement. So now, from this back position, and actually just watch me do one round. So I'm back like this, chin up, out over top. So here I am reaching my chin out. Just watch. And I let the spine round a little loose and then tuck the head in, chin towards the collarbone, and come up with the chin in. And I get back to this place. So now let's do it together. Head back, come up, out, over a little bit. Soften the whole body, let it round a little, let the head drop, and tuck the chin in, and then straighten up through the body. And remember, Marjan, don't fold too much. Don't fold too much. It looked like, I couldn't tell if it was the camera, but it looked like you went way down here. Notice I just go to maybe here, right? So there's some folding, but it's mostly the spine having a little roundness to it, right? So back, out, down, dropping the head, tucking the chin in, bringing it back and up and out. The swimming dragon. Again, the more you practice this one, the more it starts to have this flow to it. That, again, it just makes for such free, loose joints and tissue. One more. Now the reverse, chin tucked, come down. And again, you might watch me here. I'm a little slouched. Now, leading through the crown of the head, poke the head forward a bit, up, and then the chin up, and then drop a little bit back, tuck the chin in, come down in front, soften and round a little bit, and then lead through the crown of the head, forward and up, chin out, drop a little bit back, chin down. Go ahead and join me when you're ready. Down, up. A few more. and then just settle to neutral. And then the last one, kind of funny. So it's a waggle of the head sideways, like you could swim up. And so if you watch me, I go a little bit into my toes, so my heels are empty, and then try to swim up and then drop down softly. So you side, lift, drop. Swim up, drop. Swim, drop. Swim up, drop. Last one. Relax. Wing, roll, fold, settle to the belly. And then let's close with this sink chi wash organ. So rock to the heels, toes, heels, toes. Now, rock to the heels, open, lift. Rock to the toes, sweep around, palms face up. Rock to the heels, bringing in. Rock to the center of the feet, settle. And then hips back a little, elbows forward, kind of like we did in our dragon positions, in our dragon stirs the seat. And then all the way, release down. And then push through the earth, stand. Rock back, open, lift. That's one fluid gesture. Rock forward, sweep around, palms up. That's a second fluid gesture. Rock back, bringing in and down as you settle. That's a third fluid gesture. Fourth gesture is hips back, elbows a little forward, sit the buttocks, release the arms, and then push through the earth back to standing. Again, rock back, open and lift, fluid, and rock forward, fluid. Rock back, in and down, cooling, and then hollow the front, open the back, through. Back to standing. Two more to finish. Open and lift. It's like we're riding a wave of chi through the body, promoting its circulation through the main channels. One more. Wing, roll, fold, settle, turn the palms to face in, and then seal the practice. 1, 2, relax everything, just a moment of nothing at all. If possible, soften the eyes, possibly even close them if balance permits. And then that hand position to finish. Thank you, everybody. Great job. Make sure you know where your chair is when you go to sit. Any questions? We did a couple new things today.